Okay, team. Yesterday we were talking about the parameters, if I'm not wrong. But before that, I am uploading the videos in a okay one playlist. I hope you got it.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, team. So yesterday we were talking about the parameters. Okay. So we were talking about parameters. One parameter is record length. So we closed this one. What is the record length? You are aware. In each row, how many fields are there, and each field, how much space is going to occupy. According to that, record length is going to, the value is going to come according to that. So in real time, it is totally decided based on the okay. Uh, in real time, it is going to decide totally based on their business client requirement, how much data they want. We don't decide our own, okay? For writing the programs and all, we decide. Okay, that is the record length. Then we discussed about the space units. Okay, space units. I guess you are aware 8 bits is equal to, okay, 8 bits is equivalent to 1 byte. 1024 bytes is equal to 1 KB. 1024 KB is equivalent to 1 MB. 1024 MB is equivalent to 1 GB. Right? So this is how we have it. Similarly, when there is a something keyword called we have something called track. There is something called cylinder. Okay, cylinder. So one track is equivalent to how many bytes I will take help of ChatGPT. So I'll try to use ChatGPT, no more Google. Okay, boycott Google, use ChatGPT. Okay, I should not say that. Sorry for that. So we should use ChatGPT for quicker answer. So one track is equal to how many bytes in mainframe. So it is going to decide based on the storage model type, dash T, okay, disk type, okay, based on the disk. 56,000 they are saying. Yeah, you see that? Track was about 56,000 bytes. So what about cylinder? Yeah, so one cylinder is equivalent number of letters is into track size. So 5 into 56 is 28 KB. Okay. A track is a single circular path on one platter. Cylinder, the collection of corresponding tracks across all platters at the same radiational space. So that is something about, okay, the cylinder. Is it clear? So means I want to tell you one track is equivalent to this many bytes. One cylinder is equivalent to this many bytes. So track is a minimal size one. The cylinder is a bigger one. Okay. One cylinder is going to occupy, you can see the value, right? So 280 kV. So whereas this one 56 kV. That is a difference between cylinder and track. The reason why I'm telling you, because going forward, we keep using track cylinders only in our discussion. Okay. So then we discussed about the primary quantity, PQ, and secondary quantity. Primary quantity, secondary quantity. So why this two T? I did not explain this. First, it will start taking the space from the primary quantity. Once the space is utilized from the primary quantity, then any in additional space you allocate in the form of secondary quantity, it will take from secondary quantity. First, it will take the space what you allocated from the primary quantity. Once the entire primary quantity is utilized, then it will start utilizing the secondary quantity. It start utilizing the secondary quantity. Is it clear? So this is all about primary quantity, secondary quantity. So then we have something called volume. Volume. So I'll give a simple example for you. I'll give a simple example. Okay, I'll give a simple example, team. We have a hard disk. I'll open my laptop only. Okay, there is a C drive and D drive. What is the meaning of C drive, guys? What it contains in C drive?
System related files and
Exactly.
all
So
softwares. Yeah.
basically you are organizing the files. Okay. So you are organizing the stuff properly.
Application data as well.
Yeah. So what you are organizing, as simple as why you are having a C drive, D drive, X drive, multiple drives. You are organizing your storage device. You are organizing the data properly. Okay. So that in future, if you want, you can modify, you can reformat only this drive. Okay. You can reformat only this drive. And okay, and you can identify, okay, that like all system files are there in C drive. All these files are there in D drive. How we have a drives? Similarly, we have a hard disk. We have a hard disk. You take this as an hard disk. There are multiple volumes. Okay. One volume is a small size. The other volume is a okay, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, volume 5, volume 6. Like that, we can have a multiple volumes. So the admin will tell that, guys, all Venkat students should use only volume 1. Okay. So it is easy for admin to take a backup. Okay, it is easy for him or for her to take the backup. Or when I say that, okay, I don't want your server, he can easily reformat the volume itself rather than going to each ID deleting them. So these are all the benefits of having the volume, and it's organized way they can manage it. Okay, this is all about volume. So in our case, what is the volume you're supposed to give to him, by the way?
Volume 1.
Not volume 1. I sent you in the mail, right?
I think Walser 1, I guess.
No, SPL01. What is the volume you're giving?
SPL 001. Yeah.
Yeah, SPL001. I dropped an email, right? You're supposed to use this volume only. So that is how admin guided us. That is volume. Primary quantity, secondary quantity, volume. Next, we have something called unit. How many types of storage devices, team? How many types of storage device?
Tape and
Name
dash D.
tape and dash D. So I want to store on the tape. I will give a corresponding XYZ. Okay, okay, what number it indicates tape, what number indicates dash D, that they will give. Okay. If you are storing in dash D, they might say ABC. Okay, like this. So each value, whatever you give, basically on which storage device you want to store. Okay, on which storage device you want to store. That we define here, unit. Then there is another parameter we have, directory,
Blocks.
directory block.
No, DCB, right? Directory Control Board, I guess.
That is JCL, na?
Okay.
No, that is the JCL. Okay, it's okay. So, okay, basically here there is a possibility of value 0. When you keep 0 here, that indicates that it is a PS file. If you give a directory block 0, that indicates that it is a PS file. If I give other than 0, if I give 0 and it is a positive value, that indicates that it is a PDS. Example, if I give a 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, anything if I give, that will become a directory block. That will become a, sorry, it will become as a PDS. Then we have something called a record format. So I'll talk about record format later. So record formats are, we have something called a fixed block, fixed variable, variable block, and so on. Okay. So we give fixed block at this moment. Later we'll discuss about it. So there is something called block size. I'll talk about even the block size also later. So these are all the parameters. Okay. These are all the parameters which are important while you're creating a file, either through JCL or through ISPF. Is it clear? Now, so explain about each parameter. Okay, with 3 lines and 4 examples. Okay, so how you know, guys, how ChatGPT? So you see that ChatGPT is like, you are a good, I am a good. If you are a bad, I am a bad. That is how ChatGPT is going to behave. In the sense, if you ask your question correctly, what exactly you want, it gives you. If you ask badly, it gives you very badly result. Okay. Because I am teaching even ChatGPT prompt engineering also. Yeah. Okay, team. I hope this is going to help you later point of view when you are going to read. So you see that unit tape, okay? Stores data set on the tape 3270, 3390. So it is a type of disk. Then what we have volume, sysut1, disk 1, this will be given by end user. Okay, physical storage volume, such as a disk or tape where data set will be stored. And you can write what is the use of each parameter, okay? Let's say you did not understand. So why what is the importance of, what is the importance of the each parameter? How many are you using? Because I know 12 people are experienced people, more than 12 except 2. How many are using ChatGPT team?
Yes, I'm using.
What about others? So the main problem with the mainframe guys, right? Black and white screen always. Our life is eat, sleep, okay, play everything at the mainframe. That is how we have behave. Anyone using apart from Imanshu?
I use a little bit, Venkat.
Yes, and you should use thoroughly, not little bit also.
I'll
That is how
try.
you can save time a lot. I'm going to record, I'm going to do some recordings sessions on this. I'm going to do it. Okay, soon I'll be doing that. I'm planning to do that. Maybe February I'll announce one batch on ChatGPT for our mainframe community. Yeah, that's all about these parameters. Are a good team? Okay, I gave proper handy theory. You don't need to do Google team. This is more enough for you to do further. Yes, any queries, team? Yeah, so record length, space, and all. Let me start doing the hands-on. Log on. Venkat, yeah. I'll give password. You see X weight, okay? You see in the bottom X weight. X weight means wait for some time. So you see still is in the process. ISPF. Because when somebody keep the program infinite loop, it is going to impact the entire system because it is a low configuration mainframe server. Okay, if you have a high-end configuration server, so it has a less impact, but because people can disturb the server also. Okay, such a way they can play with that. Yeah, so today we are going to discuss, creating the files. So okay, I can give 3.2. Why means 3 indicates utilities. Once I go to the third screen, okay, the second screen is for what? For creating allocate. That's why I'm giving directly 3.2. Okay, and I will hit the enter. Now I'm on directly on the dataset utility screen. So I will give A. A is for what? Allocate. I guess yesterday we discussed about how to get if you get error, how do you see, where you see and all. Now I will give Venkat A. I told you the format of giving the dataset name, guys. So I'm giving B19. You are supposed to give the mainframe ID, which I given it to you, dot, and your name. Dot and second qualifier is up to you. So I'll give TSO file 1. Okay. I will hit the enter. Okay. I'll hit the enter. Now you see that volume serial. Management class, storage class, you guys can explore. Even if you don't give blank for default management class, blank for default storage class. If you don't give this two, it will take default values. Wherever blank is there means that is a optional. That is optional. Okay, while you are creating a file, it is a mandatory to specify the space. It is a mandatory to specify space, primary and secondary quantity. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, Venkat. So volume serial, it looks like incorrect.
Yeah, I think he'll update.
I'll update.
Hmm.
SPL 001 because USR 001 is also valid, it is existing in the system. Okay, but anyhow, we are supposed to give SPL 001 only. Space units, I want to go with the tracks. Okay, primary quantity, I'll give 1. Secondary quantity 1. 1 means what? 1 byte, 1 kilobyte, 1 megabyte. That depends on the tracks. So primary quantity is 1 track. 1 track is equivalent to,
56 KB.
28, right?
56 KB.
56, okay. Then first it will take 56 KB from primary quantity. Once it is utilized, then it will start taking from the secondary quantity. Then directory block, I was telling you this. So you see the meaning here only. 0 for sequential data set. So whether you want to create a sequential file or partition data set, PDS, sequential, I want to go with the sequential first. I'll give a 0. So record formats are there. Okay. We got a theory for that. Record formats. Record format. Where? Yeah. You see that? F means fixed length records. V means variable length records. FB means fixed block. VB means variable block. Okay. I'll talk about that later. So then directory block 0. Fixed block. Record length. Purely record length depends on the requirement. So at this moment, I'm going to create record length as per this one. Account transaction ID. account number, and a transaction type like a debit or credit, and transaction amount. ATM transaction details I'm trying to enter. So transaction ID is 5-digit. Account number is a 10-digit. Type is 1 byte. Withdrawal or W means withdrawal. D means deposit. Amount is 8 bytes. What is the record length now, team?
9, 19, 24.
Others, will you agree with him?
Yeah, 24.
24. Okay.
Yeah,
So record length, I'm giving it 24. So the block size should be multiple of record length. The block size always is a multiple of record length, which means that 24 is valid.
240.
Okay. 25 is a valid. Can I multiply 24 into 25? No. I should get a 0. When I divide the block size by record length, I should get a 0. So if I give 24 into 24 divided by 24, 1. Okay, 0. Yeah, we'll get, that is okay. Multiply. Okay. So 48 is okay. 48 divided by 24, I'll get a 2. It's a multiply. You should able to multiply with the 24. That number should be there, not divide, sorry. So 72, if I'm not wrong, 24 into 3.
Yeah.
So, and I can give 24 into 10. So you can give 24 into 1, the result here, 24 into 2, result here, 24 into 3, here, 24 into 5, you can give. Basically, when I say block size, there is a one block. In a block, how many records you want to store? So you said block size 24. Sorry, 240. So 24 divided by 24 means 10. So in each block, 10 records. In the next block, we will be having a 10 records. Okay. In each block, if I give a 48 only, then if I give block size, as a 48, only 2 records. If I give a block size, 2 records will be here. Is it clear? And it will be very important while you are reading the data from the file through program. Yeah. So we are creating a sequential file. Dataset name type should be a blank. It should not be a sequential. You should not write anything. Just keep this one.
Venkat, I had a doubt here. What does the block exactly means? Like, is this like a 2 lines of, what to say, 2 lines of data like that? Or what exactly the block means?
See, okay. Now, the example, if you ask what exactly block, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay, I want to go deeper. I'm going also, except 2, rest of them are from mainframe background only. And others also can understand. Okay, let's you take this is your CPU.
Okay.
This is your storage device in the system.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Here is your data. And here is you're doing operation here. Means you're I'm very bad in this. I'm trying my level best.
That's fine.
So this is computer CPU. Okay, obviously now CPU is not there anymore. For better understanding, I kept it. Now, your ultimate goal is you written a logic to read 100 records. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you kept how much? Record length is 24. Block size also 24. So
Okay.
24 divided by 24, you will get how many?
1.
1. So when you read a record, it will go, ultimately it will go here. It is going to read only one record. Going to pass here. In this system, going to hold only one. It will send again this one. When you read one more time, It will go again here. There is no data here to process. Again, it will go here. It will read the second record. Then it will give result to here from system. System will give to program. So at a time, how many records are processing? One. Did you understand
Okay.
this one? Now, let's do in a different way now with a different example. What happens, team, if you give 240 and you will get a 10. So whenever you do a request for read, it will read at a time 10 records. It will store in the memory. Okay, how many records is going to read at a time from the storage? Total 10 records going to store in the memory. Now in this memory, 10 records are there. So you are reading one by one. It will read the first record. It will read first 10. It will place in the memory. From here, it will take the first record. You are trying to read the second record. Will it go to the storage device or it will go to the memory?
Memory.
Memory. So second record, done. Then third, memory, done. Fourth record, memory, done. Fifth record, memory is done. 10. When you are reading 11th time, again, it is not there here because everything is, we processed it. Then it will go here. It will pick the next 10 records. 10 records will be loaded in the memory and 11. So the traffic you're going to reduce between every time you are not hitting the database.
Okay.
Getting my point?
Yeah.
Example, I'll give a different example. Okay. This is total practical oriented example. In this, I'll give a mobile. Okay. Mobile example. You already opened a app. Just you can use some toggle or just move left and right. You will get the recently opened one. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Whereas is not opened. If you click on that, it will take some time to load into the memory. Then
Yeah.
it will be available. You saw the difference between the speed.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, got it.
Anyone wants to correct, you are good to correct me. Okay, because there are some console operators because they might be knowing the other angle of that. Okay.
Mhm. So what in the case, why can't we give the 2400 in that case? Because 100 can be stored in the memory, right? So is there any restrictions to give that particular value? Because at the end of the day, it has to give the remainder 0, right? It has, for example, 2400, which gives 24 into hundreds, like which is also a multiple of 24.
Yeah, in fact, you can give,
Mm-hmm.
technically you can give, I mean, it allows.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, exactly, I don't say any reason now. Okay. Maybe, see, loading everything in between something happens. Unnecessarily you're keeping in the memory, other applications cannot access, right?
Okay.
You got it. So you have to
Yeah.
you have to load moderate data into
Mm-hmm.
the memory.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, there is a eligibility is there. We will load everything means unnecessarily you're putting heavy load on the memory. Memory,
Okay.
but CPU.
Okay.
So we have to access moderately so that it will not disturb other programs, other applications.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Venkat. I'm good.
So Venkat, block size is nothing but the memory that you're assigning it in
No,
the
you are,
database,
yeah,
right?
no, no, no. In a block, in a block, how many records you want to process? That you are deciding now. Okay, when you are reading, how many records should come into the memory at a time? That is decided by the block size. If you keep T 240, 240, then you are saying that in each block, 10 records. When I am reading at a time, 10 records should come into the memory. So you should not say memory part. In a block, how many records you want to store? As simple as 10.
Okay, so the more block size you give, the more number of records will be saved. Is that the concept?
Yes, yes. Collection
Okay.
of records will be called as a block. So
Oh, okay.
internal
Got it.
organization can be like a block part, block way.
Okay, thank you.
So once you provide all of them, team, hit the enter. Sorry. Hit the enter. You can see top right side. What is the message it is coming?
Data set allocated.
Allocated.
Data set allocated. Okay. Data set allocated. So where we can see it, correct? So I'll press F3.
Venkat, before you proceed, I have a question for the dataset allocation.
Go ahead,
Can
go
I?
ahead. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
sometimes I see it says dataset not cataloged and it will not allocate. So what might be the issue when I get that kind of message?
Wait, okay, I will tell you that also. Okay. Uh, maybe after some time, okay?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
there is a cataloged option will be there. Maybe if I don't explain in TSOISPF, I'll explain in the JCL because the parameter is there, new catalog, and catalog. So I have to spend some time on it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you.
So how we can see the file which we got, which we created. Team? So what I do, 3 utility.
3.4.
Yeah. So 3 utilities, or we can give 3.4. And we can give 4 also. Sorry, something it got clicked. 3, hit enter. So we have an option called 4. Okay, 4 is to list the data sets. So you can give 4. Enter. 4, hit the enter. See, somebody created with a SOMO. They are not supposed to do like this. Okay. Maybe. Okay, I don't want to do that. Because that guy is doing some testing. So I will give like this in 3.4. Okay, Venkat A. If you know the entire data set name, you can give like this. Venkat A B19 dot TSO dot file 1. Enter. E1, right?
File
E1,
FLIE.
file 1. You can see that the file information you can see. I'll explain about the screen and options on the screen later. I'll press F3 to go back to the previous screen. When you know the entire data set name, we give this way. Assume that I don't know, I forgot the entire data set name. Then I will give star. So what does mean? We are listing boss printout mean display all the files which are starting with Venkat A as a high level qualifier. Second qualifier is B19. So as of now, there is only one data set which I created. It is showing 1. If I would have created with the similar 2 level qualifiers, then it will list out that. Okay. So same case, I can give like this. B star. What does mean? What does mean, team? Venkat A, any data set which is starting with the Venkat A high level qualifier. In the second qualifier, it should be B1. And in the second qualifier, third character can be anything. So total second qualifier length should be only 3. Second qualifier number of characters only should be 3. And within that, the first 2 characters should be B1. If I hit the enter, you can see that B14, B15. So last previous batches. I'm pressing F8, F8, F8. So I have to delete all of them. Okay, because they are not going to log in at all. Yeah, is it clear? This is how you can give it. So I hope you're clear. I pressed F3.
Yes, I did.
Sorry.
No, I said yes only.
Okay. So the next is, okay, I'll go again 3 utilities.
Sorry. Open that files now once.
I'll go to the 4 to list out the data set. I'll give B19. Well, I don't want to see others data sets because I'm working on it. Give B19A. Yeah. Okay, is it clear? Tell me, sir, now.
Open that files na file na once.
I'll open, sir. I'll open. Tell me your question.
No question. Yeah, clear.
I'll open. Don't worry. Okay. So we went to the bank. So we will do one transaction, right? Otherwise, simply we don't go to bank, right? So when I create the file, I'll do it. I'll go step by step. Yeah. So this is the file team, right? This we here so far we typed everything here. That is called command line. This is called command line. Sorry, command line or primary commands. We call as a TSO primary commands. This is we call. So, but what we write over here, this is called line command. This is called line command. Here, whatever you type, I highlighted that, right? That is called line command. So I will give the slash. You see that enter to select. So means on this file, what I can do is like a right click. Okay. If I right click on this notepad, you see multiple options, right? You want to edit, you want to share, you want to click share, open with same thing, the slash enter. Now you see you can edit it, you can view,
Sarvendra.
browse, members list, you can delete, you can rename. You forgot what is the record length you created, on which volume you created, how much utilized so far. You want to see that information. You can see with the 7 called S means short information, 8 means short information, 7. Okay. So whatever the number relevant function you want to do, give that number here. So 14, 15, 26. Okay. So we are going to discuss most of them, maybe not now. In the next 1 or 2 days, we'll finish it. Yeah. So now I'll do something for you. I'll type I information. Okay. So management class, we did not give anything. So that's why it is a none. Storage class, we did not give anything. That's why it is a none. Volume serial SPL 001. Device type 3390. And data class is a none. Organization is sequential file, PS. Record format is a fixed block. Record length is 24. The block size, whatever you gave, it is. You can see used tracks. Are we inserted the data so far? No. So far, we did not use any track or extension. Okay. So when it got created, you can see that particular file information. I'll press F3 to go back. What is the option I saw? I explained you I. Yes, also the same, more or less, but you will get to know the difference between them later stage, not today. After creation of the PDS, I will show you the core difference between them. Okay, so but you saw I and S. So what are them? I information, S for short information. Then I will explain you R, then I'll explain you D. R means rename. Type R, hit the enter. See, this is the rename dataset name screen. This is your old dataset name, and you are going to create Venkat A.B19.TSO dot file 2. Okay, earlier it was file 1. Now we are changing to file 2. Enter. Change it according to your requirement. It got renamed. So if you want to clear this message, you can type ref refresh. In the primary command, type refresh. So now we saw edit. So if I want to delete, I can do delete. I'll do it later because maybe later stage anyhow I have to delete it. Okay, so that is all about delete. Then we have something called copy and all. As of now, there is no data. We cannot copy it as well as. Okay, so I'll give us, I can open the file in edit mode, key, enter, like opening a notepad. Enter, and this is you are inside the notepad, like nothing but inside the file. So you can see undo command is not available until you change. Something is coming. To clear this warning, you type res. Earlier you typed refresh. Earlier you typed refresh. Now we typed res. There is a difference. Okay. Yeah. Now you type again, the commands are different here. So here we call as a calls. Now you see the record length. Okay, I'll talk about this later. Okay, and you can see edit. Edit means we'll talk about edit, view, browse, differences that later. So today my target is not that. So I open the file in edit mode. Press F3. Okay, I can open the file in a view mode. Type V, open, and hit the enter button on the screen also. So to know on which view mode, what we call opening mode. Opening mode. We are in the view mode. We are in the view mode. I'll press F3. Then we have a browse mode. It is the read only because there is no empty data. That's why we are getting an error. So to read only, you don't want to do changes at all. Then you want to only read it. Then what is the opening mode should be? Browse slash. Now you see, we discussed just now in edit, we browse. Member list is not applicable for this because it's not a PDS. If this file is a partition data set, we are supposed to give 4. Delete can be done now also. Rename we are done. 7 we are done. 8 we are done. These are all we do later part, later stage. Okay, any queries so far? Now, I'll open the file in edit mode and I will explain everything inside the file. Okay, reset. So I'll explain the commands for you. Inside the file. Inside the file commands are, I'll write everything. RES, reset, save is there, profile is there, calls is there, caps on is there, find command is there, change command is there, highlight COBOL is there, like that, hi JCL is there, hi REXX is there, highlight REXX, and auto save on, num on, num off. Yeah. So these are all the commands. We will discuss one by one. Reset. You got earlier some information, warning information, right? To clear that, we use a reset. Okay, we use reset. Then we have something called a top. There is something called bottom. Yeah. The next one, if you, after you did any changes, after you have done some changes, you can use a command called save. Okay, you have to issue a save command. If you press F3, save and exit. F3 is equivalent to save and exit only. So profile, you type a profile, whether save is active or not, auto save on, then highlight off, because you did not do this one, right? Highlight is REXX is not done, highlight COBOL is not done, nothing is highlighted. That's why it is showing is as a highlighted off. So we are yet to discuss some of them. Later you will get to know these are all. And you see that the file type is a fixed file. The record length is 24. How we can clear this information? Type reset. How I came to this screen? I have to type a command called profile. When I get this error, you see that. Okay, command profile means something is missing here. So I'll remove this, enter. How to remove this one thing? I'll type reset. Yeah. Then
What is that profile unlock which is showing over there when we give profile?
Profile unlock. Where is that?
On the fourth line.
We need to, no, both are different, I guess. Profile is different, profile unlock is different. I am not sure that. You need to check that. Yeah. Okay. So we type a calls. This is very important for the team. The first indicates first column, second column, third column, fourth column. Plus indicates 5, 1 indicates 10. After 1 plus is there 15. After this, there is a 2, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You can see, keep eye on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After plus something is there, 6, it will become 7, 8, 9. 1 indicates the 10. After 10, between plus 1, 11, 12, 13, 14 will be there. Plus also will be counted as a 15. After 15, between 2, 20, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 will be there. 20, then 21, 22, 23. I'm going to save the data. Okay, right. So this is calls, right? These are calls. So what else we have to discuss? Reset is done, save is done, profile is done, calls is done, caps on, I'll explain. Yeah. Now I'll type over here how to insert the data. Correct? How we can insert the data. So I'll insert today dummy data. Tomorrow I'll insert proper common valid data. Here this is called, if you type here, that is called inside the file. Inside the file, line commands are. So we have a IN C plus A copy after C plus B copy before move plus A move after move plus B move before R repeat R N repeat numbers uppercase UCC lowercase LCC
Delete, DD.
wait here also exclude X all and X all XL delete DN okay DN something is there text split text to overlay TE something is there. Yeah, when I'm explaining that time I could able to recollect. TS text split something is there. Yeah, so let's talk about it. Yeah, I means insert. So type I, only one row you will get it. Why you're getting I? Okay, don't worry, I'll explain from the scratch, nothing to worry. So give star here, enter. So I got a one line. Okay, I got a one line. So I'll enter TSO See, okay, first observe last 8 numbers in last 8 position, nothing is there, but I entered TSO, enter. So this how to restrict these numbers, I will tell you. And let's focus on this. TSO. In which order, in which case sensitive I entered, it took as it is. Okay, it took as it is. Note the point. I will type I. I means insert. I'll give ISPF. I will give F is a capital letter. And hit the enter, you will get a one more row. I will enter JCL, uppercase, and COBOL. At the end. Is it clear so far? How to insert the data? You have to type a III. So I'll tell you how to restrict these numbers which are generating automatically. Is it clear?
Yes, Venkat, it's clear. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Venkat.
Venkat, I have a quick question. Taruna?
Go ahead, madam.
Yeah, so the profile or whatever the settings we have done, like the num off or caps on or off, that's only specific to this particular data set, correct? So every time we create another or we have another data set, we have to again set those for that particular one?
Correct, correct.
Okay, okay. So once we do it, it is only to that one. Okay,
Till to it applicable for the data set.
data set only. Okay. Thank you.
Now, so first of all, you notice one thing here. It is generating numbers. So how I can overcome that? So num of, okay. Two things you should notice in this. Num of this behavior is applicable on the whatever the data I am going to insert. Now, if I insert any data to that particular rows, it is applicable. It doesn't generate number. Num of is not applicable on the existing numbers. Means num of will not go here, doesn't delete. We are supposed to do it. I'll do it that later. I'll give a num of. So I will say now DB2, enter, DB2 kicks, enter and save it. You see that? Is it generated numbers? No. But you see, observe that there is some numbers are there. You can use, go there, select and Control X. Select Control X. And then after you save it. Is it clear?
Yeah, Venkat, I have a doubt here. Why does that numbers getting generated and what is the use of them?
See, there is no use. Okay, point one. Okay. That is automatically will be generated. So what is the use? No use.
Okay.
Okay. Point one. Yeah. I hope you got the answer.
Yeah. So every time we can go with that number of concept itself, right? Like while writing the
Yes,
JSON
yes,
or
sir.
while
Yes.
getting the data. Okay.
Okay. You are
Uh,
learning time.
yeah.
Guys, some
One,
people are learning. I'm explaining two ways. Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Venkat, I remember that while writing programs, this num-on and num-off has created a lot of problems. Like some of the lines used to have the numbers which were there, like 100, 200, or 300. And when I insert something in between, I insert a line in between. Usually, the practice that we do is that we repeat one line, okay, and that number also gets repeated. Okay,
Correct.
and then if we don't reset that number, like if there is 100 and then 200, and if I repeat that line, there's 200 again. Okay, and if that is not in order, then it creates a lot of problem as well. So can you tell me how to fix that, and what is the kind of issue and why do we face it?
No, no, first time I'm hearing, by the way. Okay. I can give you the solution how we can restrict it, but what
Huh, yeah, actually, what happens is that there is a way where you can reset it, and then if there is 100, 200, and the third one is 200, since it was repeated. So, if I reset it, it resets to 100, 200, 300 again. So there's a
maybe
way to
you might
reset
do
that,
like
I believe. Yeah,
num on standard.
STD, yes. Okay.
You might do this part, okay.
Mhm.
So if you type num on standard, that you will do it.
Can you repeat one line, like maybe number 300, line number 300? Okay. Okay. Num on STD, if you give, then it repeats like this. Okay. So it's coming to 310. That line is not getting repeated.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
See, that's okay. We least bother these numbers. Yeah. Now it's
No, but it does create a problem. I
yeah, because
remember.
without your intentions, if you don't do num of, this
Yeah.
happens. Okay. See, I'll tell you, okay, when I do the program, right, I'm telling you, I would have repeated, okay. I don't say that I would not repeated the lines. Okay, I would have done in so many trainings. Okay, but I did not face the issue what you're saying. Okay, particularly in the COBOL. Maybe there might be a chance you got. The reason, the last 8 numbers, okay, I'm going deeper. If you see
Hmm.
COBOL program, 1 to 72, we have tried the code. Any of last 8 numbers, if number generates also, least bothered about it. Okay, so whether it is the same value or something else is there also, no problem for us. So that context in that angle, it should not create a problem. But anyhow, fine, I have
Um,
to.
in COBOL programs, it does create a problem. Like I faced it. That's why I'm just trying to
Fine.
highlight that.
Nice. Yeah.
Maybe it differs from changeman to endeavor. I think.
That angle. Okay, okay. Yeah. If you say that perspective, no. Then I keep silent that case. Yeah, I agree. Because I do maximum on the server only, this server, not change my endeavor. Yeah. So, and if I give I4, okay, or I4 means insert 4 lines. So once you hit the enter once you type the data, don't hit the enter button. If you hit the enter button, if you click on the enter button, these all lines will be gone. Now I'm clicking on the enter button, all are gone. So when you give I3 or I4 like that, so don't hit the enter, just fill the data, then after that hit enter or save it. It's up to you. Okay. Yeah, is it clear? So I'll go to logout equal X. We'll stop for today and I'll give 2 log off. So guys, let's have a session on the weekend also. Let me stop sharing, stop recording.